How's it going, everybody? It is Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone is having a great start to their week so far. Just before we get into it, as always, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. Please make sure that you are subscribing to the channel if you are brand new as well. Hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. Check out the membership feature on the channel as well. It's £1.99 a month, and you'll see all the perks that come along with that. This video is actually out for members 30 minutes before it actually goes live to the public. So if you are a member watching, hello to you. But if not, then, please go and check out the membership features and you'll get a lot more perks with that. So we are here for the first installment of the Chatting Leeds news segment. Basically, bite-sized leads from however long ago since the last time I did that. I just thought I'd update the format a little bit. It's going to be daily Leeds United news, and I'm going to hope to get this out every morning for you guys at 8:30 through the week. And then I'm thinking maybe every Sunday night we will do a live where we catch up on the events of the week. So again, plenty of content coming over the summer, guys. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. So there's already, obviously, rumours starting, even though the season only finished, a week ago, pretty much. The lads are in Vegas at the minute having what looks like the time of their lives, especially at large hit Ramazani. If you know, you know. And yeah, look, there's already things to be talking about, as we're all obviously excited to be playing in the Premier League next season. Excited, dreading it. All the same, isn't it? All the same. And like I say, guys, already things coming out, already things that we can discuss, which is good. It makes us content creators happy because it gives us something to come on and talk about. So the first thing that I want to discuss, as is in the thumbnail, as is probably one of the first sort of big rumours that came out regarding Leeds United, is that we have been linked with the Everton striker, Beto. Beto, of course, scored yesterday against Fulham at Craven Cottage, and it's caused a difference of opinion, I would say, amongst Leeds fans from what I've seen in the Leeds United sphere, aka Twitter or X or whatever you call it nowadays, Instagram and such. I'm on the fence with it. I think I'm a little bit on the fence with it. I can understand why they are going for a signing like Beto, because he's obviously a player who has come into the Premier League and has done all right for Everton. Maybe in a Daniel Farke system, it would suit him a bit better. I don't know. I just thought when I first heard the rumour, I was a little bit underwhelmed. Now, again, it could just be paper talk, because obviously there's rumours that Richarlison could be heading back to Everton from Tottenham, which is kind of why this rumour's kind of come into play. And like I say, it was Sky Sports News that actually reported that Leeds United were having a look at Beto as a potential number 9 option. And obviously, Leeds United at the minute, I've got Joel Perreault, they've got Mateo Joseph, we've got Patrick Bamford. Mateo Joseph, I think, would benefit from a loan. I just don't think he is ready to take that step into the Premier League just yet. Pat Bamford, we know, has done it at Premier League level for that first season in the Prem when we first got promoted last time. Didn't score a single goal in the season that's just finished for us. Again, hampered by injury once again. I think I don't want Patrick Bamford to be starting games for Leeds United in the Premier League. But I think as maybe a second or third option, he could be all right to have as at least as part of the squad. Joel Perreault, it's yet to be seen whether he will adapt well to the Premier League because we've never seen him play there. Maybe given the style of play that he prefers, it might suit him playing in the Premier League. But again, we don't know. So ideally, you'd probably want Perreault, Bamford, and then a marquee signing up front. And when I saw Beto, and it's no disrespect to him because he's probably a perfectly adequate Premier League striker, but I just felt a little bit underwhelmed, and I was just a bit like, we can do a bit better than that. And yes, there's people maybe saying that they could throw in like a scenario where Jack Harrison signs for Everton permanently as part of the deal. Even I don't even think I'd be massively for it, even if that was the case. I want Jack Harrison out of the club because he's a rat, um, quite frankly. But I was just a bit underwhelmed with it. But like I say, guys, hit me up in the comments. Would you be happy with Beto? Are you a little bit underwhelmed with it, or am I just being a bit harsh on him? Again, I'm not saying that he's a bad player. It's just when I saw the rumour, I was just a bit like, oh, really? Um, I just think we could maybe do slightly better than Beto. But again, if he comes in and does well, happy days. But it could just be paper talk. Like I say, guys, hit me up in the comments on that one. Another rumour that I've seen. Now, again, this could literally just be paper talk, this one, just given his situation at his current club. Sean Longstaff from Newcastle isn't getting the minutes that he should be getting at Newcastle, because I think he's probably quite an underrated player in their squad. I think he's a perfectly good Premier League player. And I was watching Connor at One Leeds say that apparently Sandro Tonali had said that he finds him quite underrated as well. And if it's coming from a player like Tonali, then it must be legit. And from what I've seen of Sean Longstaff playing for Newcastle, I think he's a perfectly good midfield player. And it's probably makes sense that he is getting linked to Leeds United because he's at a big club in the Premier League, a club that's won the Carabao Cup and that's probably going to achieve Champions League football this season. Leeds United, big club coming back to the Premier League that are going to have plenty of money to spend. A player that's out of favour at his current club is going to get linked to Leeds United. Whether or not it is likely that Sean Longstaff would come to Ellen Road or not remains to be seen. But again, I believe that's just paper talk. I think if Sean Longstaff is to move, and this isn't kind of slagging off my own club, I just think he would probably go to a team that is more established in the Premier League. We are hoping to get established in the Premier League, but obviously at the minute we're not. We're just on the verge of joining the Premier League, and he may see it as a risk from his point of view. And I could probably understand that, to be fair. So again, hit me up in the comments, guys. Do you think Sean Longstaff is a likely signing for the club? Let's talk about some players that have already played for Leeds United or that are currently at Leeds United in some cases. We'll start with Manor Soloman. Will Leeds United get that one over the line? Are we going to sign him permanently? And should we sign him permanently based on the evidence that we've seen? I think we all sing from the same hymn sheet here. I would snap your hands off for Manor Soloman to be a permanent Leeds United player in the Premier League. When he first joined the club on loan, first few games he was playing, I was thinking, what have we signed here? It did take him a while to adapt to the club. He did get an injury not long after joining, which kind of set him back a bit, to be fair. But I think once he's gained his match fitness and once he's established himself in our 11 from about November, December onwards, I think he's been absolutely outstanding. And has quite frankly took the mick in this league. And the winning goal to seal the title on the final day, the various assists, the goals, the way that he's just absolutely given Championship fullbacks nightmares. And again, I know it's different in the Premier League, but he's played at a very good level. He's played in the Champions League. He's played in the Premier League for Fulham and for Tottenham. He's got experience in the Premier League, and continuity. That it is. You can't underestimate it. And I would love Manor Soloman to come. And what price would you be willing to pay? Apparently, it's about 15 million. I think that is probably the most I would go. Anywhere between 10 and 15 million. I can see Tottenham maybe wanting 20 to 25, which in a way I could see Leeds doing. But if it was down to me, I wouldn't be paying no more than 15 million, especially for a player who, let's be honest, we rate him, of course, but Tottenham clearly don't. And if he goes back to Tottenham, there's no guarantee that he's going to get it back in their team. He's clearly enjoyed it at Leeds United this season, just like Joe Rodon last season, whilst he was on loan, came to Leeds, loved it, ended up signing permanently. The the relationship that Tottenham and Leeds United seem to have as a club is quite strong, which is why I think we've got a very good chance of landing him. Yeah, I think I heard that Marseille were in for him. Why would you want to go play in the Farmers League for Marseille when it's literally PSG that win it every single year? It doesn't make sense. Stay at Leeds United, stay with Daniel Farke in that system, and I think he would definitely be a starter for us in the Premier League as well. So yeah, I would definitely get Manor Soloman signed up on a permanent deal, and we'll finish with Junior Firpo because that situation is a bit up in the air as well. Ethan Ampadu, blurting out on the bus about Real Betis. I think fans have maybe overthought that a little bit. Just because he was saying Real Betis doesn't mean that Firpo is going there. I know that there's been various reports linking Junior Firpo with a return to Spain, which, yeah, that could very well be on the cards for him and it could be an option. But I think what Ampadu was doing, I think Ampadu has spotted someone in the crowd maybe wearing a Betis shirt, potentially, because it was just random how he kind of pointed and was shouting Real Betis. That's what I think anyway, but again, I could be wrong. But Firpo, having seen the scenes over the last few weeks, after the Stoke game when we were, the players came out at the East Stand to that massive crowd of people outside Ellen Road. There was the Bristol City game, which was an amazing occasion in itself. And then you've got the parade last week. It was just such a momentous few weeks. And, he's got to be looking at that thinking, yeah, I want to stay here. Because let's be honest, the last time that he was in the Premier League, he wasn't good. And the redemption that Junior Firpo has gained from the fans is quite extraordinary. And I think he knows now that the fans are on side. It would be interesting to see how Junior Firpo would do in the Premier League now, having gained confidence from the last 2 seasons in the Championship, and again remaining in the Daniel Farke system, where he has got a bit more freedom to venture forward down that left hand side. Whereas maybe under Bielsa and under like Jesse Marsh, Javi Gracia, Allardyce, whatever, he didn't quite have the same instructions. He's familiar with Daniel Farke's game. We now know Farke is remaining at the club. Even if you just give him another year or two, I just think it would definitely be quite intriguing to see how Junior Firpo would get on in the Premier League this time round. So hit me up in the comment section, guys, about Soloman and Firpo. What would you do in those scenarios? And we'll leave it there for this morning's instalment of the Chatting Leeds news show. Really hope that you've all enjoyed it, guys. As I say, I'm going to hope to get this out every morning at 8:30 for the public, but every morning at 8 a.m. for members. So if you want to join the channel, if you want to get early access to these videos and other content coming down the line, check out the membership feature. It's £1.99 a month, and it would really mean a lot to try and grow this community over the summer and heading into the Premier League. Guys, got big plans for the season ahead, and I really want to start growing this community. It's all I've ever wanted since I started the channel. So if you could help me out with that, that would be very much appreciated. Make sure that you're liking the video if you've enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, your family, your neighbours, your work colleagues, whoever, and let's get more eyes onto the channel. Subscribe if you are brand new, of course, and hit that notification bell. And I will hopefully be back in the morning with some more Leeds United news. And I will see you in a bit. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thank you.